Hi, hello, I'm Anna the Mouse, and welcome back to Tavern Talk. We just sent Ria, Care, Kyle, Hex, and Baya on their quest, with Kyle just tagging along before he reaches his ex-wife. And now we have Alethea, Clay, and Jade. Ooh, I've never seen the markings on Clay's face before. Oh, okay, well, let's see what they have to say. Innkeeper, we have returned. I can see that, Tia. I was awaiting you. Though I'm surprised to see you here, Jade. Yeah, well, Miss Holier than thou dragged me along. Some shit about finally doing my part. I distinctly remember you expressed an open interest in our plight when we were talking to Iniko. I believe you asked multiple questions and indicated your desire to help. And I remember asking you how much you'd pay, and you said nothing, so I said, no thanks. And yet you didn't resist coming along. Do you have a better job lined up, Jade? Not yet. Iniko and I are eyeing something, but I guess I got some time to kill. Perhaps Iniko can cause chaos on their own then. It's more like them. Unfair. I have to work while they get to have all the fun. Well, excuse me if saving the world has a priority over your fun. You're excused. I assume you have written us a quest, Innkeeper? I have. Take a look. Gosh, it's beautiful here. Excellent work. I knew I could count on you. Let me have a look at that. We just have to catch the guy at the portal. Seems simple enough. We could even set up an ambush. Or be sneaky if he's already there. You can sneak, big guy? I could do a lot of things. A few years back, I spent some time with some Lithic Panthers who showed me how to sneak up on anybody. I just don't like doing it. It seems a little bit rude, you know? No, I don't. But I think this situation calls for a little rudeness. Agreed, it does. And for a little more manpower. I think we're better off without Iniko's chaos, but there's plenty of other people available. Hex suggested taking Boy along. He's great at distractions and knows his way around the Twilight Castle, should our quest lead into it. Apparently, he has family there, though I hope we don't need to disturb them. Anyone else? We considered a whole lot more, but Scully and Grace made a good point. They said not everyone is battle-tested, that it'd be reckless to take inexperienced adventurers along. And they also said we should look into more backup plans for the backup plan. I think they just wanted an excuse to do some research, and to stay away from the bloodshed. Can't blame them. Melly really wanted to come too, but Dave said no. Is he coming himself? Dave! Dave and Melly. I thought Kuma was a really good name for him. But, Dave it is! Of course. Made these two ask him before we got here. We need good fighters, and kid's got some talent. I hope he said goodbye properly this time. Calling was sure he did. Never saw a more terrifying death glare in my life. It was very impressive. It was. So, are you finished with your questions? Actually, could you review the plan for me one more time? It's been a long couple of weeks. Sure. Listen up. We made it to the Twilight Portal. By the moon pools, and we stop a big bad evil bitch from going through. If we fail that, or if he's faster than us, we chase him through the Twilight Chasm and into Earth. And then we prevent him from getting that fancy axe. And if that fails, well, We stop him at all costs. Sounds like a good plan. While you're at it, will you keep an eye out for Fable for me? Of course. Now, Innkeeper, by the dragons and all that is holy in this world, can we count on your help again? Yes, of course. What do you need? Easy. We just need to be quicker than that maniac. We should be the first to reach the portal. And should we be the first to attack him, all while dodging his counterattacks? Outspeeding him seems to be the smartest option here. You're wrong. It's foolish to think his strikes won't be powerful. We need to be well protected against him, so we can take him down before it really hurts us, any of us. Don't be stupid. If we're fast enough, he won't even get a chance to hurt us. I'd like you to say that again when you're lying in the pool of your own blood. Okay, maybe we need both. It's just a balance that counts. We could focus on the whole defense, but keep some dexterity in the back pocket. And maybe some of those fast infusion thingies could make up the difference. I could hasten you with some golden feathers or saber fangs. Great! Alternatively, you could give us a lot of dexterity instead, with just a little bit of defense up top. And to make sure we don't get hurt, you can give us some of the frost armor Scotty says he wants to try out someday. Sure thing! I got enough frozen pine cones left for that. I don't think Jade and Tia can make a decision without bloodshed, so can you help us out? Of course! I know just what to do. Why am I saying that? I have no idea what to do. Okay. So, either I prioritize dexterity or I prioritize defense. And it's Dave, Jade, Alethea, and Clay. So it's not like we have, you know, roles that are usually not that fast and more heavy, or vice versa, you know? We have, to use some gamer lingo, we have people who are equally both capable of being tanks and being DPS. So there's really no, you know, there's like equal of both. Oh, what's a good idea? I'm gonna go with protection. I'm just personally a protection kind of gal, you know? Every time I play some sort of, you know, fantasy, make your own character game, I always go for, like, the most paladin-y, class. Just because, yeah, it's just me, you know? I'm very stupid, so I need. The need is needing. Okay, I'm just very slow. I have slow reactions and stuff, so to me, yeah, it just makes more sense to be tanky as shit. And I wanted to do the steel tonic. Yeah, steel tonic, and this. Steel tonic, yay! Bing bing! Steel tonic coming up! Defense should be your #1 priority. But I think haste makes for a good backup plan. You can never be enough. You can never have enough of those. See, I was right, as usual. You chose the right focus, Kidkeeper. Ugh. At least we'll be fast, so I don't have to listen to you gloat much longer. Let's get this over with. Alright, Clay. Let's go. Um. Clay? You should, are you okay? No, I don't think so. I'm just scared. Of what? All of this. The fate of the world is a heavy weight to bear, don't you think? What if someone gets hurt and I can't stop it? What if I can't protect you and the others, and the world, and the ferrets? Clay, stop, please. For a moment, just stop. I know this is scary. Truth be told, I'm scared too. My whole life has been building up to this moment. I've always been told I'm meant to save people, and if I can't, what's the point of me, you know? You are the point. I'm glad you exist, even if you don't save anyone. You're not some mythical savior. You're my friend. And you are mine. And I'm a little less afraid because I have you with me. You taught me how to value myself as a person, despite all the weight on my shoulders. I wish you would do the same for yourself. I promise you, together we get through this. And we'll save each other and our friends and the world and all the ferrets. And the innkeeper while we're at it. Thank you. I appreciate being included. You're enough, Clay. And you don't have to worry that you're not. And you too, Tia. Don't think I'm excluding you. I wouldn't dream of it. Having you two believe in me is all the strength I need. Can we still hold hands on the way there? So it's a little less scary? Of course. And remember, you can never lose me. Your braces will always tell you exactly where I am. And if you get lost somehow, despite your impeccable sense of orientation, mine will help me find you too. You just get lost looking. Maybe I'd have to ask Tia for help. I'd do that for you. Thank you, Tia. You're a great best friend. Oh? So are you. Alright then, best. But, let's do this. Together. Best of luck. We don't need it. We won't need it. Aww. They're best friends. They're so cute. You know, parts of me want them to end up together, but parts of me also just think it's nice that people of... Well, I didn't look if they exactly are different have different gender identities, but having people of opposite genders just as like a thing, being friends without them having to be romantic is also pretty fucking cute and not shown enough. You must have made them some very good drinks, innkeeper. I've never seen Clay that determined. I tried my best. I have to say, Grace, I'm surprised you're not accompanying Hex to see the ever-burning flame. She didn't want to stop studying the magic spells. She thinks they might help us solve all of this. I think what might help me right now is a drink. Something that'll get my thoughts flowing gracefully despite all this mess. Give me a moment. Yay! Simple drink! Yippee! I must be really good at making those drinks since Andu always has sparkling eyes when I do them. But at least that's 2 times. A delicious thought detangler just for you. I don't think I ever tasted a tangler as delicious as this. You've tasted a tangler? Melly, would you like a drink as well? No, thank you.
I've already had 3 hot chocolates today. I think if any more magic enters my system, I'm going to eat the sun.
And to another topic then. I've heard you have formed a research team.
We did! Obviously, Grace and I are the leaders, but we also recruited Scully and Archie. And Una said she wanted to sit with us and crochet while we work.
What a great excuse to help. She insists we didn't call it helping. Of course she does. She's retired. Retired not question mark, quotation marks. I don't know. I did the thing in the air, but you can't see it.
Rufus is helping us too. His wool is so soft it calms everyone down. I wish Dave would join us too. I guess he's busy fighting the mean guy. But he promised he'll be back soon, so...
And he better keep that promise. What are you looking into anyway? Melly mentioned spells? What are those the one Hex found in the tower? Yes, those exactly. He stayed up all night decoding the formulas, but... as soon as he figured out what they were about, he lost interest. So I picked them up. Most of them were rudimentary. All things we already have in our spellbooks. But 2 stuck out to me. Care to educate me? Which one do you want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Soul binding? Hex brought home a glass case with a glowing floating scroll inside. Ooh, it's the one. After we got it out and removed all the protective runes, he was pretty disappointed. A riddle-locked glass case and protective runes? Seems like someone didn't want it to be used. I'm pretty sure I know why. They described pulling souls right out of people's bodies and binding them to objects. Completely volatile magic, and dangerous, I assume. It's been a little hard to translate. I'm trying to figure out any side effects it may have, so I can convince Hex not to use it whenever he's slightly inconvenienced. Sounds difficult, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. What about the other scroll? The other scroll. One of the scrolls he found holds a powerful teleportation spell. Now I fancy myself quite equipped at conjuration magic, but Hex finds it boring. He picked the scroll up because he assumed the gold runes meant it was special. He was right, but I guess it wasn't enough fire for him. It didn't have enough fire for him. More special than a soul binding scroll? No, but still special enough. I think, if cast correctly, it could get you anywhere in Asteria with incredible accuracy. Even to protect the places and all the planes, but... I'm trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their bodies. So, you think it will kill its caster? Almost certainly so. Still has a lot of promise. Maybe I can modify it. Best of luck. Thank you. Hex also brought back a lot of Wizard's personal notes, diaries and such, retellings of his exploit, of his hopes, dreams and fears. When I have some time, I think I'll be able to do a deep dive into who he was. Maybe I can even put a little exhibition together, if Boy and Iniko let me borrow some of those magic items. Maybe? I doubt they'd dare to refuse you. I'd hope not.
I want some message codes of my own to decipher. But first we need to finish this research. Just cause we need to figure out what we do if...
It's just nice to have something to do its own. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more of Scully's Everbloom stories.
He's trying to figure out whether he can reverse the sigils. That'd be neat.
Maybe you can duct tape them back together?
I don't think so. With Archie's help, I also made the whole board where I can collect and connect all of our clues. Specifically, I've been looking into who exactly that necromancer guy might be. Clay says he noticed some flowers on his armor, and I think it might be a clue. Maybe he's a florist. Oh, there's zombie flowers. Oh, he wants to destroy all the flowers. I need to figure out what his motive is. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is. And then we can figure out his weaknesses. Not that we need them, because Dave and the others will, what did he say? Kick his abs? But looking into it makes me calmer. Yes. They'll be alright, right, innkeeper? The zombies aren't going to eat them like they ate my parents.
They won't eat, they'll all protect each other. We'll come back for you.
I hope so. I don't want that to happen again. I miss my parents. I wish they were here to hold my hand.
What were they like?
Well, I remember my dad always told me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. And I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. And they were really nice and cool, and I loved them so much.
I know I can't replace your parents, but is it okay if I hold your hand until Dave, Kellen, and Fable come back?
That'd be nice. I feel a lot safer with them around, you know? Like I'm home again.
You are home.
I think so too. But enough dramatic backstory. I'm turning into Dave. Just separate past and gay for Fable.
That's so funny. It's so funny to me. Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update you on the research tomorrow, innkeeper. But first,
we're going to get a lot of ice cream.
Exactly. Una promised she'd make some. Save some for me. We'll try. Oh. Hello there. It's been a while since you last showed up. I feared you went home without saying goodbye. I wouldn't do that, my friend. I ended up finding those golden loon feathers quickly, with a little help from Voyage. But with everything going down, I decided to stick around and help those in need. That sounds just like you. How are things with you, though? You don't need to say much for me to know what that face means. I've seen it once or twice before. Is there something I can do for you? What is there to be done, Quincy? It's like everything is in a limbo. Like dancing on the edge of the blade? One wrong move and it's over? Something like that. Would it help if I ask you for a drink? Maybe. You know what always helps me when I'm feeling down? What? A good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate. They only have 3 fingers. Yeah. After all I've heard, you might need it more than me. Ooh. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Now go on. Make me a drink. This one. I want another one. Whatever you like. Ooh. Damn. That seems so cool. Perfect for cold nights with winter solstice or days when your heart just needs warming up. Invigorated, hot chocolate, dash of cinnamon. Ooh. I am going to just make a Swift Stride because it's easier. But it's going to be excited. Couldn't wait to try it out right away. Whoops. Seems like that. It seems like the dialogue trigger for me making the chocolate, but I just made a swift right because they were like, yeah, whatever, just give me something. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna make the easiest one because I'm lazy. Oh, whoops. Well, you replicated it perfectly. My hands and heart are warm. Wanna sip yourself? You look like you need it. Maybe later. May this drink be warmer than the currents of these times. Most certainly it is. Thank you, Innkeep. Of course. So, how are you? And we'll answer that question in the next episode. I'll see you around. Bye bye!